Busters.
This is what they're all reading and writing about.
Absolutely. Before you get the clues, let me just remind you of the prizes you're playing for. We've got the Manic Street Preachers' Greatest Hits on DVD. We've got the film Human Traffic on DVD. We've got the Best Air Guitar Album 2 on CD. Groove Armada's. Is this their current album?
Yeah.
I guess it's not selling very well. They're still trying to promote that. You can have that as well. If you are a fan of the Ford Fiesta TV ad, of the Vodafone TV adverts, you will love the.
You didn't think you liked indie? Well, you do.
Exactly, and that's got Feeder and Travis and Badly Drawn Boy and all sorts on there. Plus, my own copy, $6.99 it cost me, The Pelican Brief, starring Julia Roberts and Denzel Washington, if you've not seen that. Panned and scanned on VHS. So what are the clues?
Do you know what a pelican, I read the other day, that has to turn its head upside down to eat?
Give us the clues.
So, Rockbusters...
Well, let me just explain. A bird has a gullet, an esophagus and a gullet, is all in one thing. It hasn't got peristalsis, which is the movement that we have that can make food. So a bird can only rely on gravity.
Yeah.
So it has to have its head up and has to shake. It can't eat.
You were going to say that, weren't you, Carl?
Yeah. So, Rockbusters, you mentioned it earlier, one of last week's was, it's a cryptic clue and then some initials. I was in Texas, I fell in a puddle on my knees
Mm.
got wet, WH, wet knee, Houston.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing we...
The use of the word knee twice there in the cryptic clue and in the final
And the word
answer.
wet, I think you're right.
Yeah, which is wit.
Right.
So fine, good.
So, there's 3 of them. It's email only, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Sure.
Load of stuff to win. Here they go. Right, the first one.
I'm writing
Cryptic
these
clue.
down. Go on.
Make a note of them.
The fella has only got 1 badge left.
The fella has only got 1 badge left.
Yeah.
What are the initials?
That's just E.
Just E? Oh, just E.
Just E. The fella has only got 1 badge left.
This is either a solo artist or a band.
Yeah. Second one. The unmarried lady is a friend I eat out with.
Say that again?
The unmarried lady is a friend I eat out with.
The unmarried lady is a friend I eat out with.
Yeah.
What's the initial?
MD.
MD.
MD. And finally, I really love that woman. I love everything she does. That's M. Now,
Give us that one again.
I really love that woman. I love everything she does.
And that's...
Right. M.
Right, now I've got that one.
Right.
Okay.
So,
It's great. It's Rockbusters.
Mhm.
It's the results. Carl, give us the winning answers.
Right, Steve, you search for a winner.
I will.
At the
At
end of this
random.
we can slip into that. So, the first one was... The fella's only got 1 badge left.
I have no idea.
The initial was E.
Go on.
Will I get out the answer now,
Yeah,
Steve?
give the answer, yeah.
I think you should.
That was ISLASTICKA. Yeah?
Elastica. The band Elastica. I'm
Right,
not
doesn't
sure.
work,
No.
doesn't work.
The word sticker and a badge are not interchangeable.
And it's not his last sticker, it's Elastica.
Yeah, but, like, ISLASTICKA. So, someone's got it.
Oh! So say a different word and it works. Oh, so if the band is Islastica, then it works. God, if only Justin would have named it different. If she'd have just gone, let's call it Islastica, then we'd have, yeah.
Second one.
What was the clue?
The unmarried lady is a friend I eat out with.
Go on.
That's Miss Dynamite.
Miss Dynamite.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, but it's been running for 4 weeks. We've done the obvious ones.
Doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Miss Dynamite.
Again, if she'd have called herself Miss Dynamite, it would work. She didn't. See, what's happening is pop stars are letting you down by naming themselves incorrectly for your clues. Those don't work. They don't count.
And the last one, I really love that woman. I love everything she does. That was M.
Yeah.
That was Madonna.
Yeah, Madonna. I'm gonna give you that. That work. Yeah. Right. That's the end of that feature until you can get ones that work. Okay. So you won't hear any more of that because it's rubbish. You're running out already. Foo Fighters. All my life on XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant, and of course Karl Pilkington. Ooh, have we got a show for you today?
What have we got planned? Come on.
Loads of stuff, and 2 hours of it.
Right.
And all the records.
Specifically, what sort of stuff have you planned for us? Because I know you've been
What have
working
you done?
hard.
What have you done?
Because well, you know, I've been busy this week. I've been house hunting. I've got various things, but I know you've had the whole week off.
Right.
So what have you been up to? Right?
Go on, and Karl, tell them what we've got. Tell them what we've planned. All the stuff you've done.
What have you got?
But Rick, specifically, what have you come up with? Quick, because people are getting bored. Tell us what you've...
I've come up with, the music.
Right. Obviously we've already planned that. We planned that last week, so that's all done. But what have you yourself contributed to today's show?
I got a text message today from Ross Noble. You know Ross Noble, the comedian, who's on. Have I got news for you?
Right.
He says, ask Karl if he woke up with ladies' boobs, would he just put a dress on and live as a lady, or would he just be a man but with these boobs?
Karl, it's a good question. I know that happened to Ross, so he's throwing that one out at you.
It did in a way, because he ate pizzas for a year, didn't he?
Yes, he did, yeah.
And he got a lovely pair of breasts.
Yeah.
Go on.
Probably just find a loose-fitting jumper, go to the doctor's.
What would you say to the doctor? How would you explain this phenomenon to the doctor? So you'd be happy with this, because you believe in, shite, like,
No,
happening. Go on.
But it can happen, because I told you a couple of weeks ago how it can happen. How you can wake up with breasts if you're a fella. I told you.
Go on.
Haven't you remembered?
No, funny that, innit? Go on.
Have you, Steve?
No, I don't remember this. Did you tell us on air?
Yeah. It can happen if you go to Argentina and have a steak. You can wake up with breasts. Because
I'm sure I'd have remembered
Karl,
that.
pull the other one. Look, he likes that.
Is that what you've come up with this week? That joke?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Play a record. It's going to be a dynamite show.
Listen, look, we're gonna play some classic tunes today. I'm gonna educate the youngsters, Steve. Right, now, you've all heard of Lou Reed, you've all heard of Velvet Underground, but, have you heard of Venus in Furs, Karl?
Shiny, shiny, shiny boots of leather. Don't forget this conversation even took place.
Anyway, it's what everyone's been waiting for. It's what Karl exists for the last time. It's monkey news.
Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right, are you familiar with 100th monkey?
Keep talking.
100th monkey?
100th.
Yeah, like as in like one more than 99.
100th.
Yeah.
The 100th monkey.
Yeah, are you familiar with that?
No.
No. Anyway, thanks. That was monkey news.
leave that
Next
then.
week, Adam and Jet. What do you mean you're going to leave that?
Well, I thought it was a popular phrase or something.
What, 100th monkey?
Yeah.
What do you mean a popular phrase? What, why? What? Because you're going to do songs and phrases with it next week. We've said it once before, 100th monkey.
No, it's just it says the expression 100th monkey.
Well, do it anyway. What's the story?
Well, it's from the 1950s, right? And the way they got it because they were following some monkeys about, right? And decided
Who was?
It was.
journalists
Oh yeah, why?
Oh, yeah.
just to see what they're up to.
Okay, so they're following some monkeys around, yeah.
What was it? What, a documentary?
Anyway, one of them
Come on!
washed some potatoes.
Right, okay.
Right, let's leave that. Right, let's leave that one.
Come on!
A monkey washing potatoes?
Can we leave that one?
No, you cannot. It's
You've got to do it now. They're following a what is it? Sort of like a family. Is it a family of monkeys or?
It was just one chimp, and it was washing a potato, and they thought that's a bit odd, right?
Yeah.
And then it turns out that ended up teaching another monkey how to wash a potato.
No, they do it. They go down and wash them in the sea because they like the taste of salt. And
The weird thing is, though, when it got to the 100th monkey, right, even though it hadn't been taught how to wash a potato, it automatically knew. It knew what to do.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It was in them. It was in them that they knew that when they get a potato, they had to wash it. That isn't the monkey news. I'm just saying that's where the expression comes from. But you haven't even heard of that. So
Well, there's a couple of things there. That it could be another upshot, and an instinct is part of your genetics and anything else.
Washing a potato.
But you can't pass on acquired characteristics. So that's nonsense. If you mean that someone was taught they had a child and it knew it, there's no chemical memory as such.
So that wasn't even monkey news.
No, the monkey news. We've covered a lot of stuff. There was sad stuff, wasn't they?
Yeah.
There's some funny stuff in there.
Yeah. Do monkey
Playing
news.
robbers and that. Football team.
A monkey football team?
Yeah, in Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah.
Got all the team members here, right? All the different things. Little goalkeeper. Apparently he's on transfer from some other club. But the bit that got me attention is, apparently he's a holder of PhD of physics. Do you want to have a look at that?
What, the goalkeeper?
Yeah, just the goalkeeper. The others haven't done that much.
The others haven't
done that much. Well, I believe that he's got better exam results than you, Carl, but I don't believe he's got a PhD in physics. Obviously.
Do you know what the name of the team is? Coconuts.
Oh! So if the Telegraph are listening, that is the sort of quality entertainment you get. Well, you don't anymore.
Let's just put a song on then.
Yeah, that's the end. Goodbye, everybody.
what do you want to leave?
Have a lovely summer.
Yeah,
The rest of it. And, we might see you in October. We might not. It's up to Karl Pilkington.
Chances are slim.
So call 0207 766 6000. Ask for Karl Pilkington.
Or email him.
What's this?
This is Tim Buckley to end with. I think you'll enjoy this. It's called Once I
Andrew
Was.
Phillips. Call Andrew Phillips.
See ya.
Well, do you want to do some, give some stuff away?
I suppose so, Carl. We could, yeah.
Yeah, set it up, set
What
it
do you
rolling.
think? What is it? Which of your many competitions is this?
Songs of phrase.
Talking of competitions, I remember last week there was a big argument that Carl kicked Steve off the team because he was getting a little bit uppity and trying to take it over.
Pub quiz, isn't it?
Pub quiz, yeah, but then you let him back in, didn't you?
Well, he was alright. He came to me afterwards and said, you know, you're not going to kick me off, are you? And I
Yeah.
said, well, yeah.
He came back sort of, I suppose, begging. He sort of, was it embarrassing or?
Well, no, it's just, you know...
He
I
learned
think
his lesson?
He realised he's overstepped the mark, like you have this week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We've all learnt a lesson.
Yeah, we all learned a lesson. But I won the quiz, didn't I? And you didn't.
Well, that doesn't matter.
No,
The thing is, we
but I
did
won all
well.
the money, didn't I?
Please
I won
bear
all
in
the
mind
money.
it's taking part that counts, Rick.
Yeah, sure. I wasn't winding you up in the quiz, though, was I?
And all your team was older.
Yeah.
Well, what's that got to do with it? I've
Well,
learned
You've
more.
got a collective age, your team, of about 300.
No, one of them was only
think-
actually, one of them's actually 5, but she's just aged a lot.
I think when I took the 11 plus, we were all around the same age. That's
Yeah.
what I mean,
Yeah.
right? Your team was a lot older. What was our average age, would you say?
Average age probably 30.
Right.
Yours at least 41.
No,
Definitely.
no.
Definitely.
Only 2 of us were 40 and 3 were about 30.
No, rubbish.
Yeah.
Who's 30?
Martin, Glenn's about
Glenn's-
36, yeah. About 30, but...
It all helps, doesn't it?
And
Yeah,
you,
Alps.
and you've all got...
Annal's under 30. Annal's under 30.
And you've got a better general knowledge.
yeah. We were cheating.
Yeah.
We knew more.
You just knew more stuff.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
not allowed, is it?
Proper quiz time,
Well, I
anyway.
wasn't winding you up though when I won. I wasn't gloating or anything, was I?
No, not at all, when you kept sort of counting it in front of me and checking me.
Like he hasn't got enough cash already, Carl.
How much was it? How much was the prize?
I can't say. It'd be gauche. Right.
Is that tax-free, that money?
Yeah, it's a prize, isn't it?
Is that true, though? Is that how it works?
I think so. Prize money, isn't it? I don't know.
Well,
Right,
otherwise, I assume you'll be declaring that.
Yeah, will we?
Yeah, you'll be paying
Right.
tax on that.
Yeah.
Because you know where the taxman could contact you via XFM at any time just to check
sure.
that if you wanted to.
Sure.
Sure. Okay, prizes to give away this week. You've excelled yourself again. We've got, once again, Scotland Rocks, the very best of Scottish music, Texas Deacon Blue,
Brilliant.
and Jerry Rafferty.
Proclaim's on there or not?
Proclaim's there, don't worry.
What they
Dylan
got?
Mitchell's on there as well, don't worry.
Yeah, sweet,
Don't worry.
It's
Oh.
Biss on there. It's Biss on there.
I'm just checking to see if Midge and Hugh and Gry
Let's have a
feature,
look,
but
let's
they
have a
do,
look.
thankfully.
I don't know.
The Rosillos as well.
Oh,
and Gunn.
brilliant. Brilliant.
That's
Is
great, so
brilliant.
look forward to
Is
that.
Lulu on there or not?
Oh,
Is
have a
she
quick
not on
look.
there?
I can't
Is
see
she
her,
not on there?
actually.
Is she not on there?
But,
the
don't
Wets,
worry.
are the Wets on there? All the Wets or not? Are the Wets
Fairground
on there?
attraction.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
That's on there, so...
Brilliant. Is Wee Hootie McTooth on there and his Jamboree?
What's this? This is another arbitrary compilation
Brilliant,
called
brilliant.
Strange and Beautiful. The
Brilliant.
X-List album, which is quite good. The new album by the White Stripes. The DVD Walking with Cavemen, that TV show that's on VHS. It's still got the price on there. On VHS, in case you haven't seen it. Fight Club, and the best-selling book from Michael Moore's Stupid White Men. So actually some quite good prizes there, Carl. Not bad
All
at
right,
all.
Carl, what's this competition?
Right, Songs of Phrase. It's where I get a line that sort of is said a lot on the show, or has been said quite a lot on the show.
Yeah, it's this one, Stop Squeezing Me Head.
No? Oh, I could have done that. Yeah. But what we're doing is my favourite. The Elephant Man's my favourite film.
Is that the phrase?
Yeah, that's the phrase that we're looking at today.
The Elephant Man's my favourite film.
It is as well. It's his favourite film.
I know.
Why is that again? Because it's funny and sad, and it's you know exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah, they promise you an Elephant Man, that's exactly what you get.
Yeah.
It's good. Have you seen it, Steve?
I have seen it.
It
yeah.
is good, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you remember at the beginning of the Elephant
Think
Man?
of that, having that as your favourite film. Of all the hundreds amazing film. I mean, I mean,
it's a good film and it's a moving film.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it's a film I would watch endlessly again and again.
I don't care about a bloke with an elephant's
I
head.
watched a little bit of it again the other night. It's one of them that, you know, just sort of reminds you.
You know what annoys me when he goes, "I am not an animal." He is.
Well, I mean, he speaks like one.
And what doesn't help?
He's got
And he looks like one.
No, yeah.
But it was a bit unfair because they never let him look in a mirror because he was a bit odd looking and it upset him.
Yeah.
So his hair was always a mess. And that made him look worse than he actually was.
Yeah.
But good film, get it out if you haven't seen it. That's the phrase today.
Do you know, I remember my friend introduced me to that film, and if you remember at the beginning there's a big montage because he is working in a zoo, isn't he, or he's being kept in a zoo, and there's a sequence of various elephants, I think, actual elephants kind of rampaging, and it's just quite a sort of moody, atmospheric montage.
Is he king of the elephants? Can
Well,
he rule them?
my friend said to me when we watched this, he said, what happens is, he gets trampled on by some elephants, and that's what makes him look like an elephant. And I went, right, and I watched it, I thought, that's not the case, and I tried to explain it to him, and he's, to this day, still convinced that the Elephant Man, it's like when Spider-Man was bitten by a radioactive spider.
Yeah.
It was his man, wasn't
The
it?
Elephant Man! The power of an elephant!
Was it his mum who got...
He never forgets.
Anyway.
Be careful.
Is man what?
Wasn't it his mum who was pregnant and then they ran over her and...
No, I don't think so.
That's the impression I got from it.
No.
You are joking, aren't you?
No. I thought, I honestly... Anyway, right, so the phrase is, my favourite film's The Elephant Man.
Oh, well, wait a minute.
There's 5 songs make up that sentence.
Yep.
Right, this week. Have a listen, see if you can work out the songs. Email in, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, right? And you win all that stuff Steve just said, so, right, here we go then. The Elephant Man is my
That was nicely done.
Genius.
Right. Let's hear it again.
There we go.
The Elephant Man is my favourite film.
5 songs there. The
It's
Elephant Man
not
is
so hard this
my
week, which is
favourite
good.
film. Well, I thought we'd make it a bit easier.
Make it a bit easier, yeah.
Just,
all right.
just one more.
The Elephant Man is my favourite film.
Email only, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Brilliant.
A bit of hip-hop hooray, a bit of a rap classic. Although you may not have heard it before.
Good to see those boys still rocking. That's AC/DC. Shook me all night long. On XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Have we got the results of the quiz, Karl? Or?
Yeah, I'll just play it one more time. It was Songs of Phrase. Is this the last time we're doing this?
Oh, I thought so.
I thought it worked better this week because it was actually doable.
Yeah.
I think that makes a difference, Carl.
We haven't done Karl's an idiot yet. Karl, you're an idiot, have we?
Oh, well, that's a reason to keep it.
Maybe we can end with that one when you come back.
Right, well, the 5 songs that made up this little thing here was Mystery's Beautiful Blues, Eels, Innocent Man, Billy Joel, and my favourite Waste of Time, Owen Paul,
Brilliant.
Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen, Girls on Film, Duran Duran. It sounded like this.
The Elephant Man is my favourite film.
There you go. The Elephant Man is my favourite film.
Hang on, was Bohemian Rhapsody in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, was
Is this the
Oh, right, yeah.
Right.
Well, we're
winner.
going to give that to Piley. He just calls himself Piley. Ian Pyle. Good work, Piley.
What's happened to Anders?
Well, I was just going to say, actually, we've not had correspondence from Richard Dickie Anders for some time.
The Dickmeister
Yeah.
General,
I
with
know.
his naughty, insulting ways.
Yeah, Anderson used to email regularly. if you're a new
Anders,
listener.
get on your computer.
Get in touch, mate.
What
Just
do
tell us
you
what you
think
think of the show.
Oh, hold on, though. To be fair, he was listening when we were pretty shoddy.
Isn't that
If
true?
he's listened to the last 3 weeks, I think we're owed a little apology from you, Dickster.
Exactly. Absolutely. Listen, Piley, we want to send you all those goodies, including Scottish rock, but we don't have your address, so email in your address and we can send it off to you. All right?
Yeah.
More adverts?
Yeah. Feelings in Furs, Velvet Underground. What a great start. What a classic
I mean,
song.
they continue to sound fresh and contemporary.
Do you know what that song's about, Karl?
No.
M&S. M&S.
It's about M&S.
You know that?
Yeah.
You know the shop?
Yeah.
It's all about that.
Yeah.
Whiplash, Smile and all that, all the things you can get at Marks and Spencer's.
Shiny boots of leather.
Yeah. being whipped.
Yeah. I think that's a new division they've opened.
Yeah, but we have got a great show lined up, haven't we?
No, go
We
on.
know we have, no, because we've got, Rockbusters coming up, the great new
looking
quiz.
forward to that.
That's made the press.
Has it?
Yeah. Frimley Tea Room's newsletter mentioned it. We've also got,
That's Carl's local, isn't it?
yeah, we've also got, Educating Ricky, where Carl educates me. The one last week, a girl, right, she was deaf, and she was having an argument with her mum, and she pushed her and she hit her head, and then she can hear again.
Yeah.
Don't know what I learnt from that.
No.
But it might be subliminal, something might be going, it might be a metaphor that I will learn from.
Yeah, it's like
You know,
a parable.
Yeah, so, look at his face. We might as well be talking Dutch, mightn't we, Carl? Say something quick, it's radio.
I don't understand what you want from me.
Oh, we're only joking.
Right, so, Educating Ricky, I've worked a bit harder this week, we've got some good stuff.
Okay.
I'll give you the
teaser headlines later.
headlines in a bit.
Yeah.
So you've got Rockbusters as well.
Carl's having a bit of a stressful week because he thinks he's not appreciated because he gets in at what time do you get in? About 8 or 9, don't you?
Last week, yeah, I've been busy this week. I've been in at about 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, and you've been leaving when?
About 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, and you're in Saturday.
Yeah, I'm in now.
You get paid, don't you?
I'm busy at home at
A lot of people work late, Carl. A lot of people work 12-hour days.
Why are you busy at home, Carl? What are you up to?
Because we're trying to sort out a move.
Uh-huh.
I've been trying to call round this morning to get someone to buy a futon and a table from me.
Yes. Well, we could put that appeal out now, couldn't we? If anyone wants to buy a futon or a table.
Just think, a futon that Carl Pilkington slept on.
How much you asking?
Whatever.
Well, you need
for
to be
the
well
two. You've got to take the two. I don't want like different people coming round and that.
Sure. Wasting
You've
your
got to
time.
buy a futon on a table.
It's quite specific, isn't it? Someone has to want a futon.
Yeah.
The specific futon you're
it's
selling
like
and
a
the
tea's
table.
made, isn't it? Alarm clock and tea maker. This is futon and table.
Looking for about 100 quid.
And it's good condition, the futon.
Yeah.
Right, no
Not dribbled
stains,
on it?
you haven't pissed
No.
yourself in the, no.
No,
Right.
nothing? And what kind of table, what sort of table is it? Are we talking? Are we talking like a table for a lounge, a dining table?
No, for like a computer and just you know something.
Has it got any drawers? Are there any drawers? There's no
No,
drawers.
it's just a nice wooden table.
Right, is it kind of
solid.
oak or is it sort of an IKEA sort of thing?
No, it's like oakish.
It's oakish.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 100 quid.
The futon is just a mattress and the pallets. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. You see, you get cheap futons, don't
This
you?
is a
But
good one,
this
is
is a
it?
good one. It's
How much would that have retailed for when you
I
purchased
think I
it?
paid about $2.50 for
Right,
it.
so it's a bargain for
Well,
people.
if you look at it, if you
And how long have you had it? How old
This
is
is
it?
a whole new strand.
Well,
isn't
I'm
it?
thinking
I
this
don't
is a
think it's
great-
legal. I don't think we should
I'll
use.
tell you what I'm interested in Rick, is just finding out a little bit about the sort of thing that Carl's got in his home, you know.
I'm interested in if people will phone up to spend £100 just to go round
Carl's house,
No,
yeah.
no, I won't be. No.
What?
No, they'll come here. I'll bring it to work, and they can pick it up here. Don't
I'm going to bring a
So they can meet you.
futon and a table to work. Don't you ride a bike
So hold
to
on, we
work?
need someone with a van now.
Yeah.
So we need. Is anyone who wants to? But they're not allowed around your house. Can they meet you next door? Someone with a van. Will
Could they meet you in your street somewhere?
Hold on, could they meet
What
you?
if
With
you-
hold on, what about the little Chinese fellow that lives across the road on the two bouncers and the old woman who's dead reading a book? Could you meet him
I've
somewhere?
got an idea. What about if you meet at the end of your street, you blindfold them, like they do when terrorists take the negotiator to the hideout,
the big cheese.
and so you could do that, and so you know they could piece together maybe where you live
With
from the sounds and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But what about that, Carl? That's just a great idea.
Yeah.
And would you sign the futon for people? Do you think? Would you give them a little signature, or maybe at least a
Sign
bill
the
of
pallet,
purchase?
couldn't you? You could sign the pallet.
Yeah. Or I could try and get work to buy it off me, and then we give it away for Rockbusters. We
Do you
could
think they do
some-
that? Do you think they do? I think they'd probably do it for Foxy with his big.
Well, imagine
hog.
how big that would
Imagine
be.
if he wanted to sell his hog.
Yeah. That is a motorbike, isn't it?
Yeah. He's been selling his hog for money for years,
Yeah.
hasn't he? Oh dear.
So, well, we'll see about that. See
So, if people are interested, maybe email ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk if you're interested in futon.
By Carl's
and-
futon
and, and a
competition, £100 ONO.
Exactly.
Yeah? Yeah?
What gear have we got anyway?
I never knew what that meant. ONO. I thought it went sort of
Oh,
on
no.
the nose.
On the
nose.
Oh, that's good, yeah. Richard Ashcroft, check the meaning. Well, Carl, you're chuffed, aren't you? What's
alright,
happened? What's just happened? Tell the listeners what's
This
happened.
has sparked you up a bit.
Steve's just called up. He's putting an offer for the futon and
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah.
I think he definitely wanted it, but I said, look, you know, think about it over the weekend.
Yeah.
Give
Well,
us
you're
a
not a
call.
hustler.
No, well, I'm not going to rush him into it because once he's got it, he can't bring it back. I'm not messing about.
No.
So the bloke said, what sort of wood is it? Carl said, sort of like a light brown colour. He went, what, beach coloured? Carl went, depends what beach you're on. Which was nice.
You do understand there's a wood that's called beach.
Well, he's happy. He likes the sound of it. Nice plum cover. He's going to be.
Yeah. It's Carl going, I go with Magnolia, he walks my, he's just going, I'll tell you what, looked nice in your spare bedroom. It was like an episode of Changing Rooms. It was like listening to an episode of Carl.
He did the deal in under 3 minutes, wasn't it?
Pretty good, didn't he?
He phoned it about halfway through in that song, so you worked pretty quick, Carl, I gotta say. It's your Manx scally way.
I'm sure we're not allowed to do this, though.
No, I think it's highly criminal.
Yeah.
Have you got anything? Are you getting
Well, I'll tell you, I am moving shortly, so I mean, I might come in next week. I could have a couple of
I
drinks,
threw away a desk the other day.
I gotta get rid of a bed, a chair, because you know I'm pretty tall. This is so pathetic. when I moved up to London, my dad said, well, you want to be careful, because I mean, the seating in a lot of these London pads, it's bad seating, very low backs, fashionable, isn't it? Fashionable chairs and stuff. You're a big guy, 6'7", you need like a decent chair. We went to a shop, it was like a second-hand furniture shop, right? I bought this chair, very high back.
Why did you buy it? I bought a solo, I love that.
It was just a chair, so I could sit in my room and watch TV.
But was it a soft chair, or was it a wooden chair?
It was kind of like a sort of, well, let me explain, because it's kind of like an armchair, but it's kind of got wooden arms. So I get this chair, I bring it up to London, I'm thinking, this is a great chair, this is a wonderful chair. I'm gonna be watching TV, everyone else is going to be in agony. You know, but I've got this lovely chair, right? And I brought it up and someone went, they looked at it, they went, isn't that an orthopaedic chair? And I looked at it again, right, and I realised it's kind of white cleanable. It's made of some kind of fabric that allows you to just mop it down with a wet cloth.
Why?
Because I think it came from an old people's home. Oh. You know when you see, like, old people in some kind of social room in an old people's home, just sat watching a little crappy old TV, and you can wipe everything clean. It's one of those chairs.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So if anyone's, maybe they've got an elderly relative.
Didn't you keep slipping off?
And it's also the most uncomfortable chair, because unless you've got chronic back pain, it's just the most uncomfortable chair. It makes you sit bolt upright, if not slightly forward.
You've done a good sell on it. I think, either the phones are going mental.
Well,
how much do you want for that, Steve?
If you've had a recent accident, or you've got a disabled, or someone in the house who's just, elderly, then you might want to get in touch. I'm happy to, you can take that off, man, for 25 quid.
This is so wrong.
25 quid, I'll take that. Maybe you're setting up an old people's home, you know, it's a little pet project.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of grant, and we can help.
Exactly.
We can I mean, because though Steve's such a high flyer, I mean, if it really is a good cause, they just give it to you.
Well, let's not rush into anything, really. I like to assess each case, you know, individually.
Yeah,
but certainly if you are a charity, then I might go for 20 quid. You take off my hands for 20 quid. But otherwise, 25. And I tell you, it's in good condition, because I haven't really sat on it.
5 quid off if you really are.
You know, and there were some stains, I've wiped them clean. You know, so
oh dear. Well, that's fantastic. So we've
I'll tell you what we should resuscitate next week, Swap Shop. The multicoloured Swap Shop.
Honestly,
there's a great format.
But there's a couple of things I've always wanted to get back at. Swap Shop is one of them, and the other one is Superstars.
I don't remember Superstars.
Superstars was great, because it was like the people of their time. So you'd have like people like nowadays, you'd have Beckham and what's his name? Who's the tennis player?
Rosetsky.
Yeah, Rosetsky, and they have to compete, so all these people have to compete at each other's sports, and they have to choose 7 out of 10 sports. And there's a leaderboard, and there's a big final. Oh, Keegan came off his bike.
It's not like it's
used to win it. No, it's real sports. It's proper sports. It's 100 metres, tennis, weightlifting, all the real sports that you can't do your own sport.
Well, I know you're a pretty big guy now in British TV. You're a bit of a big shot. What do you reckon? Pull some strings?
Let's get it back on there. Superstars.
Superstars, sounds fantastic.
Me, Johnny Vegas, Peter Kay. For the bigger fella, I think, maybe. The comedy superstars. What we got next? We've got a bit of Springsteen, haven't we?
Let's play Springsteen. This is a track from his current album, The Rising. A lot of people think Bruce is a bit MOR, a bit middle of the road or whatever, but, you know, I just think, piss off.
Yeah.
I just think, screw you, let's play it.
Yeah, get lost, you. Yeah. Imagine this, you're open top caddy.
Yeah,
you're just going around
country.
Route 66. You're going home maybe for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
To see your folks. Just turn up the radio, if you are.
Play the tune.
Probably not, though.
That just reminded me when I brought so stop it for a second. Just realised when I brought a woman back and she saw the orthopaedic chair. You bring a woman back to your pad. Oh, it's embarrassing.
And the harness.
Yeah. And exactly, the truss.
Yeah, and, yeah. Can you give me those 2 splints? I'm sorry? Those 2 splints there. Well, I've got to go. Have you?
Is this a potty under the bed?
Breaks up.
Brilliant.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Funny word, isn't it? It's a funny word.
What other
isn't it?
funny words are there,
Although
Carl?
XFM's a funny word, I just say the letters out because the word doesn't make sense.
Just, let me just check Richard Anderson's email again, just to remind myself of...
Go on.
Ricky, your show is appalling. Richard Anderson, thanks. What I like about, Dickie Anders is that he's obviously so angry, he's so annoyed by the show, that he's bothered to email just to get the venom out. Otherwise you'd just think you'd switch over.
Well,
he's obviously so annoyed, he's had to switch on the computer.
He knows how to hurt someone as
Log on.
well.
Exactly, he's really taken the time out to show his disapproval.
Of giving up.
I'll tell you what though, it is pretty hard to listen to.
What, this?
Yeah.
I've listened back to the tape, that when you're making that thing for the best of.
Yeah.
And I mean, I sounded like Albert's Taplock. I really sounded like some sort of punch-drunk stroke victim. And oh, there you go. I was going to say, I don't remember myself like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do apologise. It's not a great planned show, slick word of articulate sentence, is it? But, I mean, then, who is?
But I think, there's so many shows that are, nowadays on radio. I think there's a lot of stuff that's heavily formatted, and there's with, I don't know, presenters who are professional and have got some sort of degree of talent and an ability to sort of string a sentence together. I'm thinking Chris Moyles.
Yeah.
Predominantly.
Yeah. But, I mean, I'm bored with those slick people,
exactly.
I think we need a little bit of Carl in our life.
I'm just thinking, actually, I've just suddenly struck me, if you want to get rid of your furniture...
Got a buyer.
You've already got a bar.
Got a buyer.
Because if there's any other stuff, we were clearing some stuff out of our place recently, and we just dumped some stuff outside on the street, because we were going to take it and take it to the tip later. Just dump some stuff outside. And I have never seen so many people come out of the woodwork scavenging through our garbage. It was incredible. They were like zombies.
Well, that's what I was saying.
They were like flies around shit.
But when I said to Carl,
that's what you should just do. Just dump it outside, because it'll get taken.
When he went, he said, do you think I asked enough, 100? I went, yes, definitely. He went, oh, I could ask. I said, no, don't do that. I said, because you'll end up having to pay the council to take it away. He said, I wouldn't. He said, I'd rather just dump it and let a little homeless fella have it. And then he went, imagine the little homeless fella sitting at the desk.
Can you imagine, right? I walk past, he's sat outside Hearts, right? The little 24-hour shop. He's sat outside there and he goes, have you got any change? And I go, I can do better than that.
Yeah, here's a chair and table.
Here's
It's a futon.
Yeah.
A futon, no less. Not your boring bed, but a trendy... Yeah.
Well, but the thing is, amazing the number of people that would stop to look at our junk. There was a car driving by with a family and kids, perfectly respectable, just driving past, on the way to somewhere, stopped, got out, got the kids out of the car, come on kids, let's just look through this junk. But I like the idea
You said we were going to Walton Towers, Dad.
No, sorry, no time. We're not going to the zoo. Let's look through this rubbish.
We're not going looking through people's rubbish
Put
again,
these gloves on, look through this shit.
Ow! That's a needle.
That's a needle. It was, who does that? It was like a Saturday afternoon. Kids were just going to go and look through some rubbish. And one guy, this is the most incredible one, one guy, I caught him going through the bins as I came in. I said, alright, what are you doing? He was one of those homeless guys who likes to remain dignified.
Why did you say, what are you doing?
Well, because it was my house. I had to go I had to squeeze past him.
He wasn't in your kitchen.
He was in our front garden.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, going through rubbish. He torn the bags open. He was going through it. I said to him, what are you up to? He went, oh yeah, just looking at stuff. Don't worry, I'll clean it all up afterwards. Just looking for a few odds and ends, blah, 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 blah. I said, oh well, you can take what you want, it's all going away. Yeah, thanks very much, thanks. Yeah. So he went off, right, I didn't think anything of it. I was walking past the shops the following day, there's a little sort of, kind of 7-Eleven, right, I was walking past. I thought, oh, that's interesting. A Gil Scott Heron album for sale. And I looked, I thought, wait a minute, this is all our rubbish. And the guy had set up like a little car boot sale outside the 7-Eleven on the pavement. He'd taken our junk, he'd marked on prices. There's like an old RAC book from 1976 that had been lying in the house, a Yellow Pages, and he'd marked up the
How
prices.
much is Yellow Pages?
So I'm glad you asked.
What year was that
50p, I snapped it up. I thought that's a bargain. And, it was incredible, he had the cheek of just selling our junk.
I think it can all go wrong, do you know what I mean?
Of course it can. So can sitting in your little room moaning about nothing happening in the world. He wanted to stop educating Ricky because nothing had happened. He said, look what happened last week. I scoured the net. He said, all I found was a dog in a car wash and a parrot and a vicar. Right?
I'll tell you what, there ain't much more going on this week.
We're talking listen, me and Steve, yesterday, we took a day off
to prove you wrong, and we've come up with 2 of the most incredible things I told you about, and they're amazing. So there are things out there. Always, but just go for truth. Go for truth and science and discovery. Fact is stranger than fiction. You don't have to revert to sort of like God and ghosts.
I know, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But the funny thing is, you know, like, the last couple of weeks I've been saying there's not much going on.
Yeah.
I found out when I was looking that there was a day in 1930, right? It was a Good Friday. There was no news. There was nothing going on. They had to put a music video on or something on the telly because there was nothing going on.
Play a record. We're going to play some classic tracks today. This is Debaser.
I know what you're getting at with the educating Ricky, but you know.
Let's see.
You've got 3 titles.
Yeah.
That I tease you with different stories. You take your pick, and I teach you something. That did happen.
That's a little bit of venom. Yeah, go on.
First one is don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher.
I bet that's bacon related, knowing you.
You've got enough is anus.
Say that again.
Enough is anus.
Enough is enough.
Well,
but it's changed to enough is an anus.
Yeah. And you've got
yeah.
You've also got will it be a bloke? Oh no. Will it like a bloke or a woman?
What?
Will it like a bloke or a woman?
Will it?
Yeah.
Will it like a bloke or a woman?
Wow.
Yeah, so they're your 3 stories today.
Sounds exciting.
Okay, well I'll have will it
well, we're going to play a record now, Rick, surely.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
And come back with...
Sorry about the crowds and the big baby.
Alright.
It's a valuable lesson learned.
I'll think of a title for him.
Right. So, 3 stories. Don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher. Enough is anus. And
we'll have that one then.
That one?
Yeah.
Right, well, do you believe in palm reading and stuff?
No. Yes.
Sorry, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. Sorry, I forgot. Yes, of course we do.
Right, well, there's a fella who, he used to do palm reading.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of people, he found that when he went up to him in the street and said, do you want your palm reading? He was like, a lot of them were like, you know, oh, you know, I'm a bit ashamed of my nails and stuff because they're a labourer or they're a cleaner or something like that.
I know a lot of labourers are slightly embarrassed by their nails.
Yeah.
No, but...
Yeah.
So
if you look at my bloody hands, Reg.
Well...
That's that hod carrying.
Did I ever tell you that? Did I ever tell you that I got picked at school to make tea and serve biscuits to old people because I've got good nails?
No, go on. Is there any more to the story?
Well, that's about it. I mean, we used to do, like, I think the head teacher must have been getting something, maybe getting his mum in there for free or something in this old people's home. So, he offered the kids of the school, he said, right, all sit at your desk and put your hands on the table. And everyone did. And he walked past mine and he said, not bad, not bad. Yeah. And he said, you've got the afternoon off, you can go and serve biscuits and tea to the old people.
What did you say?
I said, alright then.
Was
good.
that? Yeah.
Good afternoon. But anyway, so these...
Yeah,
these,
what did you do?
He just sort of walked around and went, you alright, do you want bourbons or digest?
I bet you get on with old people, wouldn't you? I'd love to see you, maybe...
Especially the senile ones.
Yeah, no, but I'd love to see you on VH1, just in a link. They just go, you know, they've just played, Robert Palmer, right? And it comes to you in a little park, and you just sit next to an old lady and go, alright? And you go, yeah, not too bad. You go, what do you think of London? Crap, innit? And she goes, yeah, it's awful, innit? And you just have a talk, and you go, alright, well, she doesn't like it. In excess. Yeah. That's what I'd like to see.
I still think my idea is better, but... So what are you going for then? Oh, you've picked one, haven't you? Yeah, so this fella...
So there's palmists going around the streets...
Yeah, he's going round and
randomly trying to give palm readings.
They're losing money. Hand over fist.
Yeah.
Right. So, they said, what he's done, he's reading people's, bottoms now.
Sorry, whoa, you just, I didn't quite follow that. He was a palm reader, that wasn't making money, so now he's going up to people in the street and saying, can I see your arse?
Basically, yeah.
So from being a palmist to an arsonist?
Well, they just, that's what he does. He said these same sort of lines and that you get on your hand, you get them on your bottom, and, he can read them.
Right.
Yeah, he's not a pervert or anything, or making up as he goes along.
No, that's it, that was that.
So, sorry, if a man came up to you in the street and said, can I have a look at your arse?
Can I read your arse?
You'd drop your trousers, would you?
No. If you went up to them and they said, "Oh, I'd rather you didn't, because I'm a labourer. I've got bad fingernails."
No, that's why I've seen. That's what a lot of labourers, they're showing their cleavage. You think, but actually they're having their arse raised.
Absolutely.
That's that's what it is.
And then, right.
So is that the end of the story?
Yeah. But then because...
That's it. Educating Ricky is there's a bloke who reads arses.
No, but
You're
then,
a mentalist.
But no, but
what are you talking about?
But then, do you know, like, now and again I come up with a little jokey line. Thought I'd make an effort today for VH1 or MTV.
Yeah.
Little line there. Don't worry, it won't last. It might just be a splash in the pan.
Okay.
Phil Collins next.
Yes, let's play some Phil. Let's play some Phil.
Right, so,
you better get that out of you. Karl Pilkington.
Educating Ricky, will we carry on?
Yeah.
Right, you've got left. Don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher. And, will it like fellas or will it like women?
Well, you said wool before.
Yeah, will it.
Go on then, I've wool it.
Right, now this is similar to the one you were talking about before, right? They found out that,
They.
Yeah.
Scientists.
Oh, yeah.
I've found out
17th century?
that, like now, 1 in 10 rams are gay. 1
in 10 rams are gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like, wool it. That's how I could get that in. They got a load of gay and straight rams.
Right.
They worked out which were which first. They said, right, that bunch there is a gay bunch.
They looked better, they just had more pride in their appearance.
And the other ones, you know, the straight ones. And then they gave them to this scientist and said, right, go on, do what you got to do. And they took the brains out of all of them.
Just to check.
And they did tests on the brain, and it worked out that they've got something smaller in the brain. The gay ones have got something in the brain that makes it smaller. And they said, right, well, that's probably how it's going to work on males. On like males and females and like humans.
So you took from this that gays have smaller brains than straight people?
No, there's something in the brain.
Right, go on.
So if someone's saying, you know, oh, I'm a gay, or they're not sure or whatever, they will now be able to find out.
So you can go to the doctor and to find out if you're straight or gay.
Is there any gay in my brain? Let's have a look. Do. You've got a little bit of a gay in you, yes. A little bit of gay in there. Yes, you've got the, you've got a little bent cell there.
Well, that's why they did it, anyway.
I don't understand how they could differentiate which were straight and which were gay to begin with, before they then gave it to the scientist. Wasn't that what the scientists figured out? How could they tell?
There's one theory that it's genetically determined. There is one. There is a theory that's genetically determined, but I don't think it's as easy as pulling a sheep's brain apart and finding a little pink sort of like blob in there, and going, right, we've taken the guy out, now he's going to go and shag some ewes. I don't think it's that straightforward. Although homosexuality does occur at a similar sort of rate in animals, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you knew that, didn't you?
So that's that one. I mean,
I just like the idea of the farmer figuring out which is straight and gay. Well, that one's wearing quite a camp-looking neckerchief. So I'm thinking maybe he's gay.
Is that? Yeah. I love the fact they can.
That one's a big fan of Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
Yeah. They would. They put on ABBA and see which ones dance.
Exactly.
That's how they.
Which one? Yeah. Put on like Barbara Streisand and see which ones sing along.
That shit is rubbish. What did I find out?
Did you just say that is rubbish?
No, I found out other stuff in the week that didn't make the top 3.
Wow.
We haven't even had the...
This must be mediocre stuff. This must be really bad.
Yeah, or it might be dubious. Go on.
There's a woman in Ireland who has been with a fella for 11 years.
Yeah.
She always saying to him, you know, when are we going to get married and that? And he's like, oh, we don't need to. You know, we're happy and that. Do you know, like I am with Suzanne, it's like, there's no point, really. Unless you have a kid, I don't think you need to, do you?
Right.
So, he was like, we'll do it in time and all that. Anyway, he comes home from work one day. He says, oh, go on then, we'll get married. She was so shocked, her hair fell out.
Did you get that? Wow.
So...
That's extraordinary.
And what did he say? Oh, I'm not marrying you, Baldy.
Yeah. Well...
She was so shocked her hair fell out.
Yeah.
I love the idea of it just going to the ground.
Fell out,
Yeah, what else?
That's rubbish. That's rubbish. Next.
You've also got,
It's weird, isn't it, Rick, that the stories that we made up are more plausible than the facts he's actually giving
I think we
us.
tried too hard. I think we tried to...
That's what he's willing to believe. He's willing to believe that a woman's hair fell out when her husband came out saying, let's get married then. Oh, you old romantic.
Well, yeah, then, here's a good one.
Go on then.
Right, in Dubai, this woman went to Dubai for a holiday. And, she was over there, and apparently in the markets...
Bit by spider?
They sell lizards.
Oh, go on.
Right, just like for people to buy. So she buys one, not knowing that you're not really meant to take him out of the country.
Sure.
Puts it in a bag.
Yeah. As you do.
What have you? And then she gets to the airport when she's going home. She's thinking, I can't really leave it in my bag. So she puts it on her head.
On her head?
Wears it as a hat.
She wore the lizard as a hat?
Yeah. People on the plane were just like, yeah, everything's fine, you know, they're doing the cross-checks and that.
Yeah.
Have you got your seatbelt on? Yeah.
There's a woman
great.
there with a lizard hat.
Everything's going well. She gets off the plane at Manchester Airport. Lizard sticks its tongue out.
Yeah.
The air hostess says, what are you doing with that? She goes, I've had it.
Lizard said, I just found her in Dubai.
They said, I've had this with me all journey. And they said, well, you shouldn't have done. And they took it off her.
Yeah, I think that is true, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about that?
Yeah, good, yeah. Yeah. That educated me. Right, what, any more?
Well, what's that taught you? That's taught you, you know, be careful when smuggling lizards back as some kind of hat.
Yeah, don't just say, lizard, keep your tongue in, you twat. Not at the customs officer! Yeah.
And, what else have we got?
Anyone didn't quite make it?
Anything to declare. I've got a lizard on my head.
We've got an old saying one, if you want that.
Go on then.
Are these ones, sorry, are these ones that didn't make the list?
These are ones that didn't make it.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I always get more in than I need to, just in case.
Just think if someone's just tuned in now. Is Anders listening? Is,
well, I'll tell you,
Dickie Anderson?
I've got an email from Richard Anderson, Dickie Anderson.
Go on.
The Dick Machine, which...
The big dick.
The big dick, which... now, this is interesting. It's, I mean, I think we're wearing him down. Ricky, I think your show might be improving.
Go on.
That sense of despair and loneliness I normally feel when listening to your show doesn't seem so bad today.
He's desensitised to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or he's given up.
Him down.
Or he's just given up. Yeah. I mean, you listen to this long enough and your standards will drop.
Let's play a tune, let's come back with some more Carl's, I don't want to use the word facts.
No,
It's inappropriate.
He's got more screen testing now, the camera's ready for you. Yeah.
Right, so...
Let's get out of this house.
We've got one more...
Go on.
Educating Ricky to...
Go on, and quick then. I need educating.
Right, don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher.
How was he gonna outwit Darren Brown? You said something in the break.
Oh, I have to say, yeah, Darren Brown, who, we bumped into as well, and he did this incredible trick where he puts £40 down on the table. He says, I can tell you which hand you've got a £1 coin in, let's say 5 times out of 5, you know, so I have a £1 coin in one hand, I put it behind my back, I bring my hands out, and he can tell me every single time which hand it's in by asking questions, by doing various
Well, he doesn't ask, he just goes, no, you might put it in that one, you might do the same again, but then you're an intelligent person, you're probably not he goes, so it's in that one, and he does it every time, it's incredible.
It's absolutely majestic. And I mentioned this to Carl.
Yeah.
And, well, Carl, you tell me how you think you could outwit Darren Brown. Because your dad used to do this trick, you told me.
My dad used to play this.
Yeah. How old were you?
Dunno, probably about 10.
So you probably weren't as sharp as you were now, then.
So he used to play it, and the way of telling what hand he's got it in, his hand looks bigger. So that's what you've got to do.
That's how he did it then! Yeah. That's
so to catch Darren out, to catch
it was a bit different because he did it with golf balls, but
to catch Darren out, Carl told me, Rick,
he did it with a spud.
To catch Darren out, the hand which hasn't got the coin in, just make it slightly bigger. Just make it, like, extend it slightly, so it's slightly larger, and that'll catch Darren out. He'll never be able to stop
that's how he did it.
Or, just put £1 in each hand, and wind him up. Just go, no, you're wrong.
You are brilliant, Carl. Yeah. Do this one.
Did your dad used to do the one where he takes your nose off of your face and puts it between his fingers?
Did you keep going to the doctors?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Right.
You know how that's done? You know he's not actually taking your nose off.
It's his thumb. Go on.
It is his thumb.
Last one.
Yeah.
Don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher. It's been a mess today.
What do you mean it's been a mess?
It's been a mess.
What has?
This.
What? The show?
Yeah.
How has it been any worse?
It's just all over the place. There's no sort of... It's not tight like it normally is. And she'll be going away with this, thinking that's what the show would be like.
She listens to the show. She knows it's a shambles every week. Go on.
Well, don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher.
Yeah.
Do you know the saying, ham it up?
Yeah, go on, yeah.
Right, well, do you know what it means?
Well, it means to overact.
Right. Well, years ago, with actors in musicals and stuff, the actors used to look pretty ill on the stage because they didn't have proper makeup and that.
Right.
Right. So what they used to do, to make themselves look
Rub their face in pigs?
well, they got bacon, rubbed it on the face, and it made the face a bit sticky because of all the, like, you know, the pig fat and bit of lard and stuff like that. And then they'd go and get some bricks.
Bricks.
Yeah, house bricks. Rub them together, make some sort of red dust from the brick, and then put the dust on the face. And the fat and the lard and that would make the dust stick to the face. And they'd look well under the lights. And that's where
They'd
saying...
smell great as well.
Yeah, well...
Lovely. Everyone likes to smell of bacon.
No, but... So that's the old, ham it up, that's where
like
it
that.
comes from.
You know, if it's true, I've no reason to think that it's not.
So that's your third Educating Ricky today. So, what have you learnt?
Nothing. Absolutely sod all.
You've got your hamming it up.
Yeah.
Rams are gay. They know which ones are gay now.
Now!
And,
At last, thank God.
the fella who can hand read, an arse.
If you missed the rest of the show, what are you going to make of that? Have you just tuned in?
You are a maniac, Carl.
Coldplay, The Scientist.
Have you seen the video for that?
No, but...
Absolutely magnificent.
Is it?
It's brilliant.
I was the one who was walking backwards
Yeah.
in the woods. Oh, yes, I have, yeah.
Absolutely
yeah.
extraordinary.
I
Well
like all
done.
their
Well done to
videos.
Coldplay.
I think they're great.
Yeah.
I still haven't worked out how to do that one with the... whether it's a filter, they just turn up the light, because it gets light through the
as he's
duration of the
walking
video.
along, yeah.
Yeah.
Impressive, yeah.
And it's slow as well, so he must have...
I'd like them to win an award.
I'd like them to win awards. I like
Yeah.
Coldplay.
Yeah, no, good luck to them. Rick, can I just... Sorry, I don't mean to abuse our position again, but Bruce Springsteen's performing in London tomorrow night,
Yeah.
and you remember I made an appeal to try and get a free ticket.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even mind paying. I tried to pay, but...
That's good of you.
No, I'm a generous kind of guy.
and I thought you were mean. No, go on, what are you going to say?
But
You were
all
going
I'm
to pay
saying
for
is,
the ticket.
you know-
face value, I mean, you don't want to be ripped off, do you?
No, don't be crazy, you know,
Yeah.
ideally half price.
Yeah.
And I've been chasing kind of my tail, really. I'm not going at the moment. I'm not going, and I'm desperate to see him, man. I mean, he's going to do a great concert. It's his only one in London. I can't believe that being on the radio, being on XFM, you know, the listenership's going up apparently. I can't believe I can't get a ticket. I've asked Carl. He's done nothing. He's done nothing.
Hang on a minute.
No,
come
Carl
on,
had a
Carl,
very
you
good
provided
point.
nothing.
Carl, say what you said when he was whinging in
No,
the
but
break.
first of all, whilst you're moaning, you also asked in the week for a Badly Drawn Boy album.
Yeah.
You got in today,
Yeah.
there's one there for you.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but it's yin and yang.
And it's
Carl.
like, yeah, but you know...
Carl, what's Steve ever done for you? That's what you got to ask yourself. What has Steve ever done for you?
Well, he took me to the BAFTAs. Yeah, but only 'cause no one else would probably want to go with you.
I can't believe that.
What is
I
this?
do not believe that. Oh, Steve, I'm going to stitch you up now, Carl. And it's in a nice way, and don't worry, it won't be too bad. He won't take it too bad. Carl sent me a little text message today.
Right.
No,
Oh,
don't.
what is this?
Right, okay. Okay.
You know, I'm in a very frail mood at the moment.
No,
'cause
no,
I'm
you're
not
like
going to
this
see
one.
Bruce.
This is funny, because me and him have been, like, sending, trivia back and forth to each other. Which is another point, right? I sent him... Oh, well, I'll get to that in a minute. I thought he'd really be amazed with,
Well, while you're fiddling, if you can make my dream come true, to go and see Bruce Springsteen tomorrow, then give us a call on the usual number.
But like I said, Steve...
What?
Right, wouldn't be... Right, you just said when the song was on, can't believe it, right? We work at XFM, and I can't get tickets for Springsteen, right?
Yeah.
We work in radio, we should get tickets. Right, now think
Which
of
I'm
the
willing
amount
to pay for.
Yeah, but think of the... Yeah, but if it's sold out, it's sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
but that's just something they say.
Right, that's just what they say, is it? Right, so everybody on local radio stations say, do you know, I like that Bruce Springsteen, I want a free ticket, right? So another say...
I tried
400
to phone, I phoned for an hour and a half, I couldn't get through.
Not long enough.
I've put the hours in.
Not long enough.
Not long enough.
What are you talking about? I put the hours in.
No.
Right, so another 400 people turn up at the gig. They cram them all in. There's people being crushed. You know, they've paid the money early. They were up early that day when the phone lines were open, whilst you were probably sleeping and that. So they're dedicated, and they're the ones at the front getting crushed.
What?
Would your
Why
mum
are
and
they
dad
getting
be
crushed?
happy if you were there getting crushed?
I don't mind, I'll sit at the side of the stage and watch him.
Yeah, but
I don't mind.
But everyone will say that then, and then before you know it,
Yeah.
no one can see anything
No,
because you're all on
Carl's
the
right
stage.
on this one.
Leave
Right,
it.
yeah,
Leave
just
it.
read, right, I'm gonna give you this here. I'm now handing over my mobile phone to Steve to read the... You can see it's from Carl at the top, but just read it out as you scroll down. Just read it out loud.
Is this a text message from...
Yeah, this is a text message to me from Carl. Read it out.
To see at night as well as an owl you would need eyes the size of grapefruits. If only Stephen could turn his head right round as well. Carl, I can't believe it. What upsets me most, Carl, right, is not the fact that you've been slagging me off behind my back. It's the fact that you've got the cheek to come on here and moralise because you failed to get me tickets and make a dream come true. You've come on here trying to pass the buck and say that it's a health and safety problem, when in actual fact it's a Karl Pilkington problem.
Look at that, see that, I've got it in a bin.
I'm devastated, you know,
and then I didn't felt, let's play a record.
I'm
I should
upset.
have eaten this banana off air.
What's the number?
It's 08700 800 1234. But if it's sold out, Steve, it's sold out.
A bit of a classic here. R.E.M.
I bet if Ricky wanted to go, it'd be fine. I'm sure someone could sort it out then.
Who?
Oh, if Ricky Gervais wants to go, then
I'm
you can
going.
come. Are you?
No.
You want some tickets, though?
So we're going to do some clues for next week?
Yeah, right. Again, same sort of system. 3 of them email in, and we'll pick one at random. Right, first one. The initials RP.
Right.
Right. And the cryptic clue.
Not cryptic, well.
Steal that woman's flower. Right. If you're gonna like nick a.
Well, no, it's different now. What is it? If it's a cryptic clue...
let him finish it.
Okay, what is the clue?
flower.
What is the clue and stick to it?
Steal that woman's flower.
Fine. Okay.
RP.
Right, okay.
Right. Second one. B.
Is that the clue or the initial?
B is the initial, right? And cryptic clue. Keep whacking the cooker with a stick. What is it? It's a band or an artist. They kept whacking the cooker with some sort of.
What is it? Keep or
stick.
kept? What's it? If it's a cryptic clue, everything matters. So.
Well, it doesn't really. Just think about whacking.
Well, no. Give us the clue again. Okay.
Just whack the cooker.
No,
with
what
some
is the
sort
clue?
of
Do the clue.
stick.
Okay, do the clue. This is the clue, and the only right. No, wait. The initial is B, and the clue is.
Keep whacking the cooker with a stick.
Right, fine.
But it doesn't have to be a stick, though. It
Well,
could
no,
be like an iron. It could be any sort of.
Well, okay then. Let's do the clue again. Then. Okay, so the initial's B. What's the clue?
Keep whacking the cooker.
Fine.
The last one, the initial M, and then the clue is Venice. It's all water, isn't it? Right. How would you describe it, right? When
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is this the what?
Let him finish the clue! I want to go home, I haven't slept, I've just come back from Rio!
He might never finish the clue. It keeps going. It's full of water, right? Oh, well, you don't need a stick, do you? Use your hand if you want. Well, no, it's B. No. I mean, he might never finish.
Well,
right.
not if you're going to
Okay.
interrupt him.
What's the initial?
M.
What's the clue?
Venice.
Mm.
It's all water. There's hardly any land, so how would you describe it?
Okay.
I think that sort of works. M is the artist or a band. Email in.
Rockbusters.
Ah, yes, the time that no one looks forward to.
Chimpanzee that, Rockbusters.
Right, so gave you 3 clues last week, 3 cryptic clues. Some initials of a band or an artist. You emailed in.
What again?
Rob Harding got it right.
Oh, nice work, Rob.
So well done. The 3 clues. The first one was RP for the initials, and the clue was steal that woman's flower. Right.
Yeah.
So that was a cryptic clue. The answer today is Rob Plant.
Rob Plant.
Rob Plant.
I don't know who that is though. Is there? There's no artist called Robert Plant.
That's like Robert Plant. Robert
Robert Plant
Yeah, but
is
you
his
don't
name.
say that. You sort of go, oh yeah, I'm into
Well, you do say it.
Have you got the,
it
the
means
new
like
album by Robert Plant? Yeah,
Robert Plant.
They wouldn't go what?
I don't know who. I don't know.
Plant.
Are you saying Rubber Plant?
The second
What are you
one.
saying there, Carl? Though
The second one was.
it doesn't work.
The initial was B, and then that was keep whacking the cooker with a stick. Right.
Yeah.
Didn't have to be a stick. We pointed that out. Just keep whacking the cooker.
Keep whacking the cooker, yeah.
That was B. That was B oven.
Beat Oven. I don't know who that is either. Is that a group?
Beat oven.
Is that the Beatles? Who's the Beat Ovens?
Classical sort of stuff. Beethoven. Beethoven.
No, you said beat.
Again, they got it.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Just saying though. They
No,
got it.
it's bollocks.
Rob Harding got it.
No, Beat Oven. It's not Beethoven.
They got it.
Do you understand?
The last one, the initial was M, right?
I just want to know who Robert Plant is.
Don't be worrying about rubber. No.
Because it's not a name. He's not the one in Led Zeppelin, is he?
So M was the initial. The clue was Venice. It's all water, innit? How would you describe it? There's hardly any land, right? So
canal.
if there's hardly any land, right? It's more water. What sort of water would you get, right?
Wet.
And then what?
Wetville.
No, but just like water that in Venice. What sort of water is it? It's sort of
Muddy.
no, no,
Muddy waters.
no. But how would you describe Venice?
What's the
If there's more.
But what's the initial again?
M? If there's
M.
more. If there's more.
Muddy waters.
If there's more sea than land, what would you say? Would you say? You'd probably say there's sort of more of it is sea, isn't it? More is sea.
More is sea.
More is sea.
More is sea.
More is sea. So that's the answer.
I don't know who that
Who
is.
is that?
Morrissey.
More is sea.
Morrissey. So well done to.
That's the worst one you've ever done.
Well
It's
done
ridiculous.
to.
That's the worst you've
ridiculous.
ever done.
It's ridiculous.
More is sea.
Right, if